How you guys doing? Merciless Vine back with another Destiny 2 video. And this video is just going to be me showing most of the cutscenes and dialogue from Season of the Splicer in Destiny 2. Keep in mind it is most of them, not all of them. I tried to get all that I could, but I just missed some of the stuff. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy. If you do, please leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe and don't forget to hit that notification bell if you want to know when I upload or stream. And without wasting any more time, let's get started.
The Guardian is almost here. Stay down. Stay quiet.
How do you know we can trust them?
I don't. What the light provides. Guardian, I find you in the light, and on your signal. I call a ray.
Mithrax Cal, it is an honor. We've been searching for you for some time.
This is known. You are not the only one with hidden eyes. Many enemies pursue my house of light. We did not wish to be found.
Then times are desperate for us both. The Vanguard seeks your assistance.
I am aware. Vex systems pulse with talk of the city's endless night. But my people demand much protection. If this Guardian could assist me in blinding the Vex here, we can speak without risking more bloodshed.
Blinding the Vex. My Guardian will do whatever you need.
I have opened the door for you, Guardian. Will you walk the path of the sacred Splicer? Guardian, I greet you in the light. We should learn from your example. We struggle to make a home under this endless night. Supplies spoil more quickly. The air leeches life from all we have. I have never seen corruption like this. It is unknown to me. When you are ready, I will guide you to where the Vex are most vulnerable. They are difficult to predict. They do not behave as they should. I think they guard powerful secrets. Tighten your gauntlet, and let us take them.
We have already surrendered too much. Now they want more. Meat, cloth, medicine. People in the city need these things.
We ask for no more than you can give.
This endless night, it drains us. Our resources are spread too thin. What you give to them, you take from the mouths of our citizens.
All right. That's enough. Koro was firm. I am to provide for the Elixni as if they were our own people.
Our own people. Lakshmi was right. You are too political an animal, Osiris.
The House of Light. We wish to destroy the Vex. To aid the Guardian. Same as you, yes?
Do not start with this. Tell me, Mithrax, were I in one of your cities, would you bow to all of my demands?
We would give you anything you asked for.
Because you are so generous?
Because we would wish to live.
I see. You are fighting for your people as I would fight for mine, yes? It is true. Split the supplies as Ikora says. Anything to make this false night pass more quickly.
Interesting.
Guardian. Earlier, I could not speak openly to Osiris, to the Saint. I wanted to shout. Have you been beneath the Great Machine so long that you cannot survive without its bounty? But fear stopped my words. Yes, my Elixni are here, warm, safe, inside high walls. But this endless night, it is like a weapon. It attacks the heart. An invisible foe sieges your people, so they look desperately for an enemy. And after so long with nothing, my people finally have something to lose. Please, Guardian. Seize more data from the Vex, and let us shatter this foul night. For the sake of all.
People of the last city. Commander Zavala and I have been touched by the generosity and kindness you've shown toward our new Elixni neighbors. We also understand the reluctance some have shown toward their resettlement. To those who mistrust our arrangement, let me remind you that this very city was founded by refugees. We sought shelter not only from alien aggressors, but from other humans. The bandits and warlords that profited from our suffering. So it is with the Elixni. For the first time in our shared history, we need the Elixni, and they need us. Together with Mithrax and his sacred splicers, we can end the endless night. But only if we stand united for the betterment of all.
I greet you in the light, Guardian. I was given a message about love, she of the future war cult. Osiris wishes that she gains full access to the Vex data you gather. I agreed. I hope my cooperation will show her we are not like the old houses. I have heard the transmissions she records for the city's people, and I know she is skeptical of the Elixni. I hope to make trust with her. There are rumors she uses Vex technology to look upon tomorrow. This is dangerous, forbidden by my people. But if it will show her we walk together in peace, I will give her all that she asks. After studying the data you brought, I have found a new path for you to walk. The Vex gather their forces, but we can break through their security, enter their realm, then use your light. Consecrate their network. Purify it. The Vex will try to stop you, but you are not one who can be stopped. The impossible made possible. You truly are a thing of legends, Guardian. The oppressive mind that commanded this domain is no more. And now this region of the Vex network must collapse. The fabric of reality is beginning to return to its prior state.
At last, real progress.
This is how we save our people. By tearing apart the veil of night that the Vex have laid over the city.
Well done, Mithrax. Thank you.
An Elixni SPLICER would not have been able to endure this confrontation. And a light bearer without a SPLICER gauntlet would never have been able to enter this domain at all. The Guardian is a union being, a conduit between two houses. They are proof of what can be accomplished when separate components become a single machine. As Zavala Kel says, stronger together. Your powers grow to fight the Vex, but still their offense increases. We Sacred Splicers study the Vex. We learn to move through them like tall grass. But these, they are strange to me. Their focus is unpredictable. This frustrates me. I can see the data streams as you walk through their space, but I cannot see from where they flow. It is as though a fog pushes in from cold water. It could be the soft voice of my doubt here in this false night. But it could be something greater. Something no Splicer has encountered before. You must continue to enter their network. Destroy what you find inside. Each victory cuts one of the threads that hold this endless night in place. The Vex will send powerful foes against you, but be not swayed. Keep to the path. The path leads you to me once more, Guardian. This endless night presses down on us all. I hear the city groan with the strain. The dark brings sickness now. Few can find sleep. The people hear of your triumphs against the Vex, but they see only dark skies above. They are being bent, and some may break. I will aid if I can. I will not be proud, but let the citizens see that we are suffering with them. I have faith they will see us for who we are. The light always shines through in the end. But for now, the work must begin again. Go.
People of the last city. The Vanguard protects us from enemies outside our walls. But did you know they also protect us from information? Did you know that the Fallen unleashed the Vex on Europa? That they corrupt our Guardians with the poison gift of stasis, tempting them to build the darkness? These same Fallen are now inside our city, at the invitation of the Vanguard. Ikora Rain knows all this, and more. Her hidden spies report as much, yet she continues to support these false alliances over her own people. Whether her lies are born of malice or incompetence matters not. What matters is that I have gazed into the future and foreseen bodies in our streets. Make no mistake, an invasion is coming. And if we are to triumph, we must first take back our city.
With your light, you are unweaving a reality the Vex have forced upon us. The tapestry of their design continues to fray. But this is far from over.
Lakshmi is certain that our continued efforts, combined with future war cult's technology, can locate the source of the Endless Night.
I am aware of the device Lakshmi uses. Does it not worry you?
In what way?
It is taxing on its user. To have one's consciousness fractured into countless splinters and rejoined again can be harrowing.
Lakshmi is up to the task.
This sort of technology is taboo among the Elixni. But perhaps House Light can still offer some assistance. My engineers could improve on the design, make it easier for Lakshmi.
No, no. The Black Armory has already provided necessary enhancements for us. Lakshmi will manage, I'm confident. Besides, the less interaction Lakshmi has with your people at the moment, the better.
Yes, perhaps you are right.
There's been a disturbance. Sabotage in the Elixni camp. This wasn't just an attack on their ether stores. Someone wanted to send a message. Our citizens forget who they were before they found the safety of the city's walls. It's easy to mistake change as the front line of a battlefield. But this is a time for level heads and compassion. Saint 14 is already en route to investigate. I trust him, but he is torn between duty and doubt. And Lakshmi? The Vanguard has tolerated her broadcasts, as Zavala doesn't believe it's our place to interfere in civilian politics. I see now that was a mistake. We can't allow anyone to jeopardize our alliance with the House of Light, no matter their motives. Our citizens must see that the Elixni are people, just like them. Get down there. Be the calm the city needs. Hear out grievances and keep tensions low, while I root out the perpetrators. It's time that Lakshmi and I had a little talk.
You see what was done. Our ether tanks smashed. Our supplies stolen. Our home defaced.
I cannot find any witnesses.
This is not surprising. The locals have been under enormous pressure. You're lucky it was not worse.
This destruction helps no one but the Vex. Please, instead of teaching your people to fear us, tell them the truth.
The truth is that your kind has preyed upon us for as long as we can remember. There's nothing I can say that will make them forget.
House Light has never raised arms against humanity.
Your houses and titles are layers of politics. You're still fallen.
You promised us your protection.
And you've had it. We allowed your brood to squat and chitter here in our city. But still, the Vex simulation persists. If you're displeased with how you have been treated for your failure, then I suggest you camp elsewhere.
Your people destroyed what little we possessed. Now we have nothing. Nowhere to go.
Humanity faced a challenge like that once. We banded together and built a city with walls to keep our enemies outside, where they belong.
We hear her broadcasts, but more than that, we feel the energy of her words in the air, sharp as blades pointed at an enemy, at us.
You cannot ask people to live alongside their monsters.
Listen to me now, Saint. Let me tell you something about monsters. Once, in a city grander even than yours, we prospered. But it did not last. Our great machine abandoned us. And when we pursued it, you sent something back. A creature fueled by hatred. It tore through our great houses like they were nothing. And then it came for the rest of us. Nowhere was safe from its insatiable rage. In its eyes, even the most innocent of Elixni were still fallen. It could die, but it would not stay dead. It would shake off the rot and rise again. And if it caught you in its crushing embrace, impaled you on its ragged crest, dragged you screaming into its foul shell, none live to speak of these horrors. It called itself the Saint. My people must now see the creature every day. It sees us. If we wish to survive, we must all learn to live alongside our monsters.
I believe this is the war strategy humans call poisoning the town well. Luckily, we have enough ether reserves to last until repairs are made. But this is a worrying sign. When Ikora Rey offered us refuge, we assumed she had the authority to do so. But the longer we stay here, the more we wonder if anyone is in charge of this city. Your leaders do not seem to have the loyalty of the people. This instability puts Mizraxkel in a difficult position. Many in our house were against coming here, but they trusted my father's judgment. Now his messages of tolerance and forgiveness appear naive. Perhaps this was the attacker's goal. This sharing of hatred, as my father would say, is disappointing but not unexpected. Some Elixni believe that Guardians prey on us without reason. But as a scribe, I know better. The accusations Lakshmi makes against us are mostly true. Elixni have raided the last city for centuries. They were driven not only by desperation, but by unspoken resentment at the great machine's abandonment. Every Kel since the Whirlwind has tried to unify Elixni in opposition to humanity. This warlike mentality has been a weakness. The House of Light tries to unify Elixni with humanity, not against them. And this is how we are received.
Guardian, I regret you had to witness my outburst earlier with the fallen leader. I am not a diplomat, and sometimes I can be terse. I know terrible things have been done in the name of the city. In the name of the future war cult. In my name. You understand, though. The city is a living thing. And it is rejecting the fallen, like a fever, burning out an infection. I will speak to the fallen leader. Tell it that the future war cult will personally replenish their supplies when they are ready to move on. I do not wish them to think badly of us. I know they are your associates. What a city we would have if everyone's heart was as big as yours. Have you heard the song of the people echoing through the city? Rise up as one, march toward the sun. The words of people reaching for dawn in this endless night. People who have still not given up hope. Neither have I. And if you were wondering, this was not the conflict I have foreseen. No. That will come later. Unless I can stop it.
I have no words left to speak. Lakshmi too. A saint. I do not know if I reached them. In truth, I do not know if I even reach you. The darkness of this night weighs on me more than any other. Know this. I will not stop fighting for those in this city. Even those who did this. The light passes through us all. We focus it through the prism of our will. Those who attacked us were blinded by fear, poisoned by venomous words. They were focused badly, bent badly. But they are not truly our enemies. We will not seek vengeance. We are not the monsters some believe us to be. Walking the path of the light takes strength. That is what we will remember tonight, as fear and hunger gnaw at us. As our hatchlings sleep in ashes.
We succeed for a third time, and yet nothing has changed with the Endless Night. Why is that, Mithrax?
Each time the Guardian destroys a Vex mind in control of a domain, the remaining Vex carry the leftover burden.
And how many of these minds do you think are left to share that burden?
That is unclear.
Then we should focus our efforts on finding the central Vex mind guiding them. Osiris, how is that coming along?
Slowly. Lakshmi and Mithrax's splicers are diligently working with data the Guardian has recovered. But the Vex mind, at the source of the Endless Night, remains elusive.
We need to move quickly. The simulation is draining the city's energy. I won't stand by and watch our lightless civilians continue to suffer.
Ikora, I don't intend to let that happen.
We will work harder. We will find a way. The light provides.
I have thought much on Mithrax's story. We do monstrous things to fight monsters. It seems simple then. When the city first formed, Titans were the walls. We did not think of our enemies when we fought. We thought only of protecting our people. Survival until the next day, no matter how. To be seen as a terror, a destroyer. To know children tremble in fear at my name and mourn what I have taken from them. This is not the Saint 14 I know. I can never forgive what the old houses did to us. But these are not the old houses. They are dead. What do we gain from more death? This lashing out against defenseless people. It is the act of a coward. Mithrax risked much to trust us. If his House of Light can forgive, perhaps we must try to see the fallen, Elixni, as they see themselves. Or none of us will ever be anything but monsters. We must be more than the enemies of our enemies.
I see you have overcome the Vex again. We are both doing what somehow. I saw one of our young run across his path. The Saint raised a hand in greeting, and the hatchling recoiled and fled. The Saint watched it run. The reaction seemed to wound him. I will reach out to this child. She acted out of fear and was unkind. She should know the image of the Saint we use to chase evil is only a story. If we are to survive this long night, we must be able to see one another as what we truly are. Guardian, light guides your path. Though I believe darkness lies ahead for you. I expected your assaults to weaken the Vex. But I reach into the network now, and it pulls. Hungry, greedy, like slogging through mud. I felt this when you first walked through the network. You pushed into their system, and something malevolent pushed back. The sacred Splicer must know the Vex, must understand what can and cannot be bent, yes. They are like the seasons, or the great seas. They surge and flow like a primal force. They cannot be manipulated, and yet something is doing just that. I do not know what it is, or why it has targeted your city. But I see the great machine hanging above, and I worry. This endless night has greater purpose. Be cautious now, Guardian. Darkness is coming for you. Shine your light on the truth.
Elixir of the House Light. Hear Mithrax now. I know many of you feared this place. You have seen death at the hands of the Guardians. It was right to expect death in their house. What I said, and say again, that if we help them, they will help us. And here we are, alive. It is true that some have attacked our new home. It is true that some try to share their hate with us. It is always so. But if Elixni feel darkness inside, only look up to see the great machine. And know that House of Light is blessed.
We're all blessed to have such friends in dark times. Humanity will not allow these hateful and ignorant acts to define us. We will prove it by bringing those responsible to justice.
Walk the path of hardship with joy in your hearts. Be brave.
Can you feel that? The threads of night unraveling as if a veil is being lifted. The network is laid bare, its threads converging on... What is this?
Mithrax, what's wrong? What do you see?
An infestation. I have found the Vex at the source of the endless night. Queria, the dreaming mind. Its code has been corrupted by taken magic.
Savathun. We've been played.
Queria has been commanding the other Vex, poisoning their minds, directing them at Savathun's will. The endless night is of Savathun's design.
It would seem the Witch Queen has outmaneuvered us. But perhaps she did not count on us seeing her hand so soon.
Then we strike now. Mithrax and I will lead forth. We bring the fight to Korea and crush it.
We cannot rush into this. We must
must find a safe route through the Vex domain where Quaria's hiding.
Any time we give is time for Sabaton to scheme. No scheming, we shoot.
I know, Saint, but we have to be careful. Mithrax, will you report your findings to the Guardian back at the helm?
If that is your wish.
We will fight, and soon. But it will be on our terms, not hers.
With this victory, the threads of night are further unraveled, and the weaver of this dark tapestry can no longer elude us. I have found a route to Quaria's hiding place. It is concealed behind numerous layers of defenses compiled by the Vex.
But now we have a target.
Something we can hit.
I would caution you against underestimating Quaria.
Agreed. We must strike carefully, mitigate Quaria's ability to rally defenses. Then, punch through the network like a white-hot sword of praxic fire.
We can do this.
Together.
Together. Osiris, there is something I must discuss with you. Lakshmi, she came to me with a proposal.
You taking over as Titan Vanguard? She discussed it with me as well. Lakshmi has radical ideas, but they are only words. No cause for alarm.
Good, good. Only words, of course.
She wants what is best for the people of the city. And in truth, you would make an excellent leader.
I do not seek authority. Zavala may have a beautiful desk, but he is chained to it. We could use less bureaucracy, maybe. More proactive strategies, where we reclaim ground taken from humanity. An open council in the city to speak with the citizens. Ah! I have imagined a new vanguard, led by us.
Led by you. I would stay back and advise. I lack the temperament for leadership.
Ah, a fantasy only. I told Lakshmi I would think about it so she would go away. The words, tasted like treason in my mouth.
Let her believe you are considering it. If you refuse, I imagine she might approach Lord Saladin next. And after what happened with Keitel...
I understand. Later we will speak more of this.
It appears Lakshmi is speaking a bit too freely. I will report her behavior to Ikora, though I imagine she already knows. You should continue working with Lakshmi. Don't mention what you've heard. We must keep this as quiet as we can. With the endless night and the Elixni here, the city has become a powder keg. One errant spark, and it could be the end of the Vanguard.
People of the last city. The last time I spoke to you, I was silenced. Clearly, Ikora Ray fears the ugly truth. The Vanguard have betrayed you. You need not take my word for it. Simply look at their actions. The Vanguard have turned their backs on the light, and now openly wield the darkness. They force you to shelter a horde of fallen, led by a fugitive with ties to the Vex. And finally, they try to cover up Sabuthun's involvement in it all. Ikora Ray claimed that the Fallen could stop the endless night. But on the contrary, they have only made things worse. It's even possible that the Witch Queen walks among them. Unfortunately, the current Vanguard will stop at nothing to protect their place in their ivory tower. They don't understand the people of the last city, and their actions prove it. Future war called. A new monarchy say, enough. We intend to return this city
so long in the night. Death surrounds this place. The true death, which always starts from within. I have heard your people say it is darkest before the dawn. There is comfort in that, yes. But I fear this endless night will grow even more terrible before we see the sun again. The light is fading, Guardian. We know the name of the sickness in the heart of the network. Quria strangles the light. It does not bend it as we splicers do, but twists it, shatters it, and pushes the shards through the skin of reality. It is forcing its terrors upon us. And if it succeeds, there will be nothing left. No splicer could stand before a being of such power. But then, you Guardians are like no splicers before you. Charge your gauntlet, focus your mind, and walk further into the light than ever before. For us all. For everything. Please.
When you first stole into this realm, I did not believe you could achieve what you have. Invading a domain of Vex consciousness like this. Yet, here you are. Embodiment of the impossible. Somehow, in spite of everything you've accomplished, I managed to underestimate you. I won't make that mistake again. Unbelievable. Coria is gone.
A great evil vanquished. A deed of legends.
I knew it! I knew we could do this! Congratulations, Guardian! This victory is monumental!
Let's not uncork every bottle of champagne in the city just yet.
Osiris is right. This is a monumental victory for humanity and Elixni. But it's a battle, not the war.
Even so, victories should be cherished.
Yes, Mithrax is correct. We will have a party, a celebration. A small one, respectful, very classy. I will wear a suit.
Finding Quria at the center of the Endless Night confirms our worst suspicions. It was the arm Savathun used to strangle our city. With it docked, to borrow an Elixni term, we purged Savathun from the Vex domain. I only hope we stopped her in time. The Dreaming Mind's defeat, as with so many things Vex, is a process. It will take time for Mithrax and his splicers to finish untangling our reality from the Vex network. In the meantime, Osiris is focused on collecting all the data we have on Savathun, separating small truths from the many layers of lies. Everything she does is for a reason, even if it seems beyond our comprehension. I want to know what she hoped to gain. I thought I might ask Lakshmi for her assistance, but that device she uses... By Osiris's description, it's used to align one's consciousness with other temporal realities, and has driven many war cultists insane. The visions it shows her, they cloud her judgment. Even now, she believes the Elixni will be the cause of some great catastrophe. Osiris seems to think he can get through to her. He understands the technology. He understands her perspective, but I can only give him so much time.
Oh, Guardian. I wanted to be among the first to send my regards. Your victory today has lifted a great weight from my chest. I feel like I can breathe again. I hope you're not too proud to accept my praise. Even though, we may not see eye to eye. Pride is a dangerous affliction. It is clear Ikora suffers from it. And yes, I know, I do as well. Do you see? I can admit when I am wrong. Which is more than I can say for some of our current leaders. The city deserves someone who acts, someone who does what is right, even if it is unpopular. After all, you destroyed Queria against the wishes of countless Vex. You did what had to be done to protect your city. You acted bravely. I admire you for that. You and I, we will speak more when this ugliness is behind us. After the Fallen have returned to space, and this endless night is a memory. Our city could use more heroes.
Queria is no more. The threads of its influence lay limp across the weft of this reality. I thought its defeat would have driven the endless night from our skies. We must trust it will fade instead. Fitting, as the distrust between my people and yours will not vanish in a single act, but slowly, over time. We, everything, can begin to heal. You have united us in your light, Guardian. It was my honor to watch you grow into a sacred Splicer. Though this journey may be over, I hope we can still walk together